Tic Talk, Tic Talk, Tic Talk, Talk.
A real Celtic talk show by real Celtic fans from the Carluke Shamrock Supporters Club on Hail Hail Media.
Tic Talk, Tic Talk, Tic Talk, 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 Talk.
Right, hail hail and welcome to Tic Talk with the Carluke Shamrock Celtic Supporters Club. This session is being recorded on Monday, the 6th of August 2012. Now, my name's Richard and I'm happy to say we've got another special edition Tic Talk show. Now, before in the past we had one that was called the Elder Statesman Show. That's where we dragged the pillars of the community, the elderly care people, off the bus and we listened to them ramble on about how life was great in the 60s.
But that was good.
We don't know anything. Murder police. But what's this one? This one is the Young Team Special Edition. We've grabbed the young rebels off the bus. We're going to get into their heads, see what they think about Celtic, what their opinions are and their ideas are and stuff. So guys, you can tell me your first name and your age, just to help out the listeners, okay? So on the panel tonight we have...
Daniel, 14.
Scott, 17.
John, 14.
Andy, 16.
Nice one, nice wee age range there, good lads. Right, so the first thing we do, of course, is we look back the way first, and what we'll do is we'll jump back to the European game, Celtic 2, Helsinki 1, of course. First of all, Daniel, what was your thoughts kind of before the game? Was it one you were dreading? Did you think, here we go, another season, can't you wait? Were you fearful it was going to be too early? What was going through your mind before it?
Well, I think the squad was looking quite good getting into the game.
Right.
Good team, manager had got everything quite spot on, but I think they deserved the win at the end of the day.
Aye. Were you nervous at all before it? With all the media talking about, they're 22 games into their season.
But they've been lower ranked than what Motherwell were, so...
Right, so that put you at ease. Aye. Okie dokie. The game itself, Andy, how did you think Celtic as a unit played, as a team?
I thought they played alright. I thought they were first competitive game of the season, you know what I mean? I thought they were alright, you know what I mean? Gave them a wee bit like get into it, but I thought they played no bad. I thought they were okay.
Possession wise and stuff, quite happy, passing, that kind of thing.
I don't know,
Could you tell we weren't in our game yet?
I'm still a wee bit fearful to get into the second leg.
Are you?
Because of the away goal. Because of their away goal and that. But
right.
hopefully we've got enough firepower over there
to finish it off.
to finish the job.
John, that away goal, that came first obviously. Were you starting to brick it a wee bit?
Aye.
Were you fearful of another Celtic horror story?
Aye.
That's what I thought when the first goal went in. You're just thinking Celtic and Europe are again, you know what I mean?
You can see the headlines.
But all credit to them, they just come back and fought well, you know what I mean?
Aye.
I wasn't expecting that.
No.
But they just shuffled the back and managed to get in.
Sorry Scott, you weren't expecting going one goal down?
No, when they went one goal down, I wasn't expecting this to come back as quick.
That fight back?
Because usually Celtic in Europe, these nights when they go 1-0 down, it's about
finished.
They're waiting until the end to grab a goal.
Aye, everybody's biting their fingernails.
I was fair chuffed and they got an equaliser quite early.
They pulled out the bag, didn't they?
Aye. So what about the goal? First one. How
Oh.
did you see that? How do you remember that?
I only seen I turned away for a second, I only seen the Forster saving it and the rebound, and as soon as he saved it, fell to that boy, I knew that was us.
You could see it, head in the hand stuff.
That was.
No bother. Andy, for us coming back, we've got Hooper's goal and Mulgrew's goal. What do you remember of them? How did you see them?
What do I remember?
You didn't even remember this morning.
Well, Mulgrew's goal, I thought that was a good goal. I thought
It was a bit like the one against
Aye,
Rangers.
that's what I thought.
Just come in here.
It did, aye.
Bump right in.
Finish.
Aye, that was it.
Strong play for us. Is he going to be
definitely this season.
one of those main guys we'll
Well,
be
he won
looking
the
for?
player of the season
Same
last season. Aye.
So him and
I think
Forrest
he's
were
a pivotal player in our team.
You think Forrest kind of showing?
No, him and Forrest the other night against Helsinki, I thought, were the two main players.
I thought Adam Matthews had a great game as well. I thought he played very well.
Aye. Lot of pace.
Aye.
Young guy. Something. You think that's something we can use in the next one? I don't
Aye,
know
I
looking
think it
forward
is.
yet, but it's one of the kind of assets we've got, isn't it?
Hopefully in the next leg, hopefully I've got to, you know what I mean, go for it rather than try and defend what we've got. Well, that's what I'm hoping
I think
anyway.
they need to get a goal, and then once they've got a goal,
Yeah.
they can maybe sit back a bit.
Aye.
Right. Give us a bit of breathing
They
space.
definitely can't sit back at 0-0.
No, I don't
Definitely go
think
for a goal.
I think we need to go.
Definitely go for one each draws because the European record's definitely against us. I think the last time they won away was Tony Mowbray, Dynamo Moscow 2-0. So what does that tell you? How's that turned out?
Well, that's asking a lot, isn't
And they
it?
made another one of them.
Oh God. John, any other guys that stood out for you on the night itself? We mentioned Mulgrew and Forrest there, obviously Matthew's pace. Anybody else you thought turned it on? Were you impressed with Samaras?
Aye,
He kinda playing
Samaras
for you?
done alright.
Not as usual, but managed to play the ball.
Just
up
steps
no
up a bit in
Aye.
the bigger European
Aye,
games. I
well.
don't
Aye.
think he did as much.
Well, in
I
the
think he
season.
saves it for
What
the
is it,
bigger
scored
games.
last
He's
season?
there.
7 goals or something. The SPL season last year.
Right.
Maybe not even as much as that.
Oof.
But then, are we expecting the goals from him? Because a lot of the guys in the show before have spoke about how we now think of him as a winger
But,
and a
but
creator.
I think they're putting him in the formations of putting him up front, then he seems to just drift wide. So that's the thing. I don't know what when instinct is that. Is that just him just gone? Away wandering away, you know what I mean?
Well, he's certainly good at the galloping runs, isn't he? Crossing over into the Aberdeen game, the season opener and stuff, Andy, what did you think of the atmosphere as it starts, the
I
flag,
thought that atmosphere,
all that kind of stuff?
Well, start of the game, I thought it was amazing. Full
Electric.
house, it was compared to the first two friendlies against Norwich and Inter. Then Helsinki was stepped up a wee bit again, but I thought the first SPM game of the season, I thought it was brilliant.
I enjoy it.
Atmosphere, aye.
Uh-huh.
It's a shame the game didn't match that.
Aye, I know.
Went flat after that.
Didn't quite live up to it.
I know, happened there.
I know.
Oof, I don't
Zara.
I was expecting one of the, I was quite expecting that. I said in the bus on the way in to
know. Looking
Andy
good, no?
that well, I was expecting a close game with them. A couple
Were
of
you?
new signings and that.
Niall
Looking good.
McGinn.
And
That's
I
what
thought,
normally happens, isn't it?
Aye.
You shot at a player and then he comes
Scores.
back and haunts you.
Charlie
doesn't
Mulgrew
he?
done it, didn't he?
Done
Charlie
it.
Mulgrew.
Prodigal son.
Prodigal son.
I've got,
So you were panicking about that.
I was,
you
aye.
could see McGinn up on the board.
Oh aye, I could imagine it. I could imagine it. But
So Scott, what about Aberdeen? Did they impress you?
it was,
With what they did,
I
how
think
they
they
coped?
kept the ball a bit. They didn't get much of the ball, but when they did, they weren't dangerous. They kind of,
Right.
but they looked comfortable enough. They weren't brilliant.
to be honest, throughout the
It was one of
game,
the games. It wasn't. No team was really much chances.
Aye.
It was only the couple of common shots,
Mhm.
and he was due to get a goal.
That was a
The way
couple
he
of
was
good
playing.
saves for the keeper. No?
Aye. Here's a wee question for you, right? Try and guess this one. Possession wise, right? Percentage Celtic, percentage Aberdeen. What would you kind of, if you try and remember it, how would you guess? What figures would you go for? I've got the BBC stats here.
I'd-
See who gets kind of close
I'd
to
say
it.
about 60-40 to Celtic.
To Celtic, right? 60-40. John,
50-50 maybe.
50-50, right down the middle.
Now that you've said that, right, and it might be a bit of a shock. So, 55-45, something like that.
In
Celtic's favour.
Celtic's favour.
60-40, I'm just going to go for that, stabbing the dark.
Same with that,
Yeah.
in Celtic's favour. Are you ready for this? Celtic, 42%.
Ah,
Aberdeen, 58%.
I wasn't expecting that.
So there you
was
go.
not.
And if I wasn't enough sleep, I'm just sitting there like that, staring into space. I mean,
I dozed off a few times myself.
Aye.
You're in Z-land during that game.
Definitely.
Never had you
Zombie.
gripped on the edge of your seat then.
A lot of
no?
that must. A lot
If
of
they
that
were by at
possession
half
must have just
time,
been
that
at the
was you,
back.
wasn't it? Ready for your bed, wasn't it?
You're looking for a big
Ready
couch.
for your kip.
Wait a minute, you've not done a hard shift or anything. Was it just that boring?
Oh well,
Aye,
aye, it was.
was.
Well, the first, there wasn't even any, you know what I mean, decent chances, or
Uh-huh.
I don't think much creativity or that for some of the
I
players.
was looking for McCourt to be on a bit earlier.
I thought.
Aye.
Right,
But when he
McCourt's
came
one
on,
of the
I don't
impact
much.
players, isn't he? He's one
The
of the
game
impact
changed
players.
when McCourt came on.
I think so, aye.
When
Aye. Definitely.
Kyle went off.
But he's just coming back, so he's maybe taking a wee bit to get back into stride because
That's
he's
it.
that injury.
Yeah.
And
We're going to
if-
no
expect
fun,
that,
right?
just play him wee bits, just build him up
Yeah.
until he's back to his best. Is that the plan?
Aye.
nobody helping with Ramadan about the now. With starting during the games. At the moment.
We culture in the show.
He's
What's
fast.
the young
Right to
team?
hear.
Ramadan. There's no way the older guys would have mentioned that. Good, that's double points.
I don't
Good
think
man,
we should
Scott.
play him on Wednesday night now. Because he'll be. He can't eat till.
Well,
late
Hank-
at
It'll be
night.
Hank Marvin.
Late on at night.
Hank Marvin.
He'll need to come off halfway through the game.
Right, now you mentioned Paddy McCourt. Daniel, what's your views on him?
Well, I think he's a player that they were saying that he comes on last minute to change a game, but sometimes it's complete opposite. He come on and get the ball, take somebody on, but sometimes it just doesn't work out for him.
Right.
But they're all saying like if they sell him, they've got to be right in their hands. They're all saying they're all
So,
up arms about
aye,
it. So they don't know.
achy
But
breaky heart song. Aye. Scott, for yourself, are you a Paddy fan? Aye.
That's one of my
Aye.
favourites.
Oh,
Paddy
aye.
McCourt.
Is that right? Aye.
Aye.
Up there,
I'm
sir.
always looking to see him get brought on. I don't
Uh-huh.
think he can change the game. But
And what's the part of his game that you love?
the runs for the left side.
Is it the actual
Cut
runs
around,
themselves?
going past
Just
players.
going for guys?
You've seen it a couple of times. No, 2 seasons ago, but not so much last season. The game at Fir Park, when they changed when we were about 12 points behind or something.
Yes.
And
15, I think it was.
Very
something
important.
like that, and he came on, changed it, and won us a game, I'd say.
He played the ball across to Stokes and he played the hoop, and that was a winning goal.
Andy, has he done enough? Is he a guy who you're expecting more from?
Well,
Do you love him at bits? Do you want him to have more time? Or do you prefer him coming in late, the last 5-10 minutes?
I prefer him coming in like the last 15-20 minutes.
Right.
Because he's an impact player, isn't he? He's a player that can come off the bench and ultimately try and change a match, do you know what I mean? But just the runs and that he does, and some of the skill he pulls out the bags, I think just great.
It
but
would be good to see.
he's not a 90-minute player, I wouldn't say.
Nah,
I don't think he is.
for it.
Could he be?
Full game.
Is that his style, or have we just not got him fit enough?
I don't know. I don't think we've got him fit enough, but at the same time, I like it the way he is, just to come off the bench. I do.
Gets the crowd
Aye,
going
it
and
does,
stuff.
aye.
Yeah.
I'd still like to see him start more, and
Would you?
even if he's getting a bit knackered, you could take him off.
Aye, you could take him
Start
off
the
then.
other one, put
Right,
one of the
right.
young, say McGeoch, or you've got them still there.
Look at some of the younger boys.
And I'd
to come
like
on.
to see, just throw that in, I'd like to see Rabiu Ibrahim get a game.
Whoa!
He's playing
whoa.
reserves,
Like you're
like
playing a surprise package
Aye.
here, eh?
I've heard he's
The top
from,
man.
he's a top man.
Personally, I think Mo Bangura is the best 2 million I've ever spent.
Hey, wait a minute. What's that you're drinking? It's Fanta, yeah. Has there been vodka added in there?
No,
He's not scored a goal yet.
I like Mo Bangura, but
Oh, this is a serious point.
no,
right?
this is 100% serious. Honestly,
Good
I
man.
like.
This is the business.
That's,
Right, what is it that's kind of convinced you of that? What have you seen?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's a likeable character, isn't he?
I think you're just wanting him to be good.
Oh,
You're
aye.
just
Aye, well, I wish he was.
it's wishful thinking that.
Aye.
You want him to be one of those guys that
You want to
it
see him
doesn't
score.
harm,
I
and then
think
all
he
of a sudden
could
he
be.
turns it around.
I think he could be.
Want
Right.
to see him get a couple of goals, and hopefully something could happen for that. But
Aye.
he's not got to get a chance to be. Things are looking.
It's went on quite long, hasn't
Aye.
it? It's one of those ones. Right. John, is Kelvin Wilson in that bracket as well? Somebody we waited on, big build up, then disappointed. Have you gave up on him, or like kind of Ibrahim, or like Bangura's, these other guys, are you hopeful that he will turn it around and become this kind of cult hero?
Well, I think he could have a good couple of chances.
So you'll still give him a wee bit more time?
Aye.
Try and give him a couple of games? Try
Couple
and
of games.
give him his chance to prove it?
Yep.
Fair enough. Any news, guys? Daniel,
I think
Wilson himself,
after
would
what
you
I've
give him a
seen-
chance?
I mean, I'd let him off the hook. That was his first Old Firm derby. His composure, played the ball to Naismith, he scored 1-0. Then
Sure.
they turned it round and ended up beat at the end of the day. But then Hearts, he's done this exactly the same again. The semi-final at Hampden, he get beat 2-1. Tried to be too complacent on the ball, then Rudy Sketchel scored for Hearts. So
Yep.
it just shows you.
Too much of a bomb scare
Aye.
then? Have you
Thank
given
you.
up, or would you give him a chance?
So I read an article in the paper the day that he's meant to be leaving, so
That's the top of the now. He's meant to have
Aye.
to Ipswich.
that's right. I
You've just lost a point for saying you read the papers.
Oh,
That's just a shambolic law. If you read anything to do with the old media, you get a point taken off you. No, that's
I'm
cool.
undecided on Kelvin Wilson.
Aye.
I'm not too sure about him. I think he's when he's played with Mulgrew, he looks safer. We're already needs tightened up a bit when he plays with Rodney.
Right, so you think Charlie can keep him right
Yeah.
and can
That's
talk him through a game and stuff?
Aye,
Is that how you
that's
see
what
him?
I was saying. Aye. If he's with Rodney, Rodney's always got. He's a good player, but he's always got a wee bit of. He could have a mistake in him or a.
Bonder.
Aye, that's
One of those moments
Aye.
that was you shouting abuse in the stand. Now, Big Charlie, you mentioned there, obviously we didn't have him in the Aberdeen game. Andy, how did you think the defence got on?
I thought they were alright, but I think Charlie Mulgrew is one of the players that you can put in there any time. Do you know what I mean? I think he's one of the players that's always got to be in that. Well, with the squad we've got just now, the
Right.
defender we've got just now, I think if you're playing two centre halves, Charlie Mulgrew's got to be one of them.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? To have a really decent defence.
Uh-huh.
So
So you want him in the centre?
Oh,
if he's there,
definitely.
right. Who's his partner for you then?
Personally, I think Ronya. I think Ronya.
Ronya fan?
Ronya.
Scott, yeah.
I'd say
Ronya as well. John?
Ronya.
Sticking with that as well? Right, fair enough. Worried about his injuries with Ronya? One of these guys that keeps getting in and out.
aye.
You know, is that a concern as well?
But-
Who's it? Tell me, right, go for your second one then. If Ronya's not there, who's your backup guy to go beside Charlie?
Wanyama, And
Is that, you
aye.
want him pulled back and stuck it just like we did in the Aberdeen game?
Aye, that or... Well, if Gary's not playing, you can have Mulgrew at left back, and then you can play Mulgrew.
He's one of the players that can play.
Right.
Which is good
Anywhere,
because
I think.
you don't all... Gary seems to be in and out a wee bit at the moment.
Another one,
His
he's
injury
building
against
up his
Aberdeen.
fitness, isn't he?
So hopefully he comes back
Same
to
idea.
himself.
Do we still need defenders, Daniel? Are you still looking for somebody to be bought?
Because I think after the loss of Glenn Lubins and Daniel Mostanovic, you need somebody to tighten up for the centre back position. I think you need somebody just to bring somebody in. No.
Even just for numbers, just for cover?
Just
Or you want a bigger player than that? Someone actually...
We'll see what the budget's going, because the talk is since Rangers are doing the plan, that they're saying they don't have to spend them, but I don't believe in that, because I know it's not the best league, but well, still got to contend, didn't you?
Still get the money.
Still need to beat the teams that get put in front of
They're in
them.
there,
Correct. Aye. Still in Europe, etc. Right, I'll keep you on that, John. If we only had the money for one, is it going to be a guy at the back or a guy up the front? This is something I've asked the older guys before. If you just had the one, who are you going to spend your cash on? Centre forward or a centre back?
I don't know, centre forward.
Centre forward, you prefer that? The rest of you guys, would you go with that? Would you change? Are you more concerned about the
I'm
back?
thinking about it this minute.
I'd go with a centre forward, I think, because what I've seen Tony Stokes do, I've not...
Cooper's in the best form either.
Against Aberdeen, he just didn't do it for me. He did not.
He had a
Never
right off
played the game.
didn't he?
But mind you, Gary Hooper, he didn't really do much throughout the game either. I don't know.
Second half, I thought he was better.
He did. He definitely he came into the game a wee bit more, but still, I don't think. Well, I don't know how their partnership's doing, but I think they were up front. It just didn't work for me, and
Right.
especially against Aberdeen. So I think you need to try something different, or bring somebody else, somebody new in.
I think
Right.
we need somebody that can attack the ball, because we've not... I can't see anybody that can head the ball in our team.
No,
Exactly.
Someone else should get the height advantage. He's 6'4" or something like that.
And
And heads like a 4 foot guy.
I don't know.
I'm wondering what's going on, how they've let Rasmussen go. He played about 2 games
Aye, he
and had
scored
about
a
7
few.
goals.
That was a strange one, wasn't it? Just
Maybe he
kinda,
doesn't shoot to the line and stay of playing. I mean, he came in, he's a bit of a poacher, but the same as Gary Hooper, that's what he was.
Correct.
6 yard man, he's just 6 yard player, just went in.
I'd like to see,
Aye,
I'd
so
like to
he
see
played.
somebody, a bigger centre forward at Celtic this season come in. Just change it up a bit.
right, be one of those big guys, a Sutton,
that's-
John Hartson, those kind of guys to attack it. Okay, do we, right, okay, I'll give you the chance that you're going to buy him. Do you do it before or after you make sure you're in the Champions League? Do you play it safe, or do you take the gamble first to make sure you get into the Champions League? How would you?
I'd take a gamble
You're
first.
Peter Lowell, go for it.
That's
You open the
harsh.
chequebook.
It's a bit harsh on him. You're Peter Lawwell.
He's probably richer than him.
Well, I'd take the gamble.
Would you?
Definitely before the Champions League.
Right.
We've still got
Definitely.
the domestic season they can,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, to play as well, so that's enough.
But do you hold up money just in case you don't make it in the Champions League? That's what I mean. You know, this gamble that we've heard the guys rumours about. Oh no, we're going to wait before we open the purse strings.
Well, I think they should still sign a defender, but that's
Right, no matter what,
Aye.
just tidy that up and make sure.
because they've lost two. I mean, I preferred Lubins a lot. No, I preferred Mostanovic, sorry, a lot to Lubins.
Did you?
I think he was a wee bit all over the place, Glenn Lubins. Mostanovic wasn't the fastest, he's about 34-year-old, but still done the job, I think, at the end of the day.
You think he was
Aye.
safer?
Aye.
Okay.
I'd wait till we make sure we're in the group stages, because
Would you?
talk as if we beat Helsinki, we'll be seeded again.
Yep.
So it's not got to be some mighty team with the looks of things, and we should be able to get
Unless, of course, there's some surprise unseeded ones.
Aye,
Then come and
yeah.
catch us out. Because I mean, if you look at the last one, or this current one, I should say, Helsinki is probably the hardest ones we could have faced.
Yes.
So do we face another challenge in the next round? But no, you think we should just
it's not
wait until
imperative to know. We don't
hold
need-
back?
In fact, I think I'd go with that as well now, because if you don't get through into the group stages of the Champions League, well, with the squad we've got, I think that's strong enough, because the Deedco aren't in there.
Did go.
Because
I like it.
they're not in it anymore, do you know what I mean? I
Right,
think
so we've
got
got enough
enough
just now.
strength and depth there with the squad we've got now to win the SPL next
Right.
season, but if we do get into the group stage of Champions League, then I think you might need to...
That's
There'll
when
be
you...
extra.
That's
in
when
the
you might
purse.
need to... Aye,
Aye.
aye.
Okay, John. this squad good enough for the league as it stands?
Not too sure.
Oh, he's on the fence. Right, you think about it. Scott, happy enough for this?
Oh, aye.
Yep. Daniel?
I'd say so. I think they just proved to you last season what they could do when they come back. No Rangers threw it away a bit, but still played well enough.
Still did it.
The big run we went on last season shows that we're good enough.
If that squad can just keep doing it again.
I'd like to
right,
see some-
John, we're back to you.
I think I would agree with Daniel and Scott there
Aye.
on that one.
Happy with that? Happy with the squad?
Aye.
Fair
I'd
enough.
like to see somebody, a Commons type player, Johnny Russell maybe come in.
Right.
Somebody like him, or
Aye.
to a bit more creative in the last third.
Aye, you
I think
think
we're looking
that-
brilliant now.
We're quite kind of one-dimensional.
Commons
we're
is the only
sitting
one doing it
waiting.
for me, then.
Aye,
I'd
he
say
he
that-
stood out in the Aberdeen game, didn't
Aye.
It wasn't the best goal. It was the flukiest goal I've ever seen. That
Sure.
point off by Jamie Langfield, but still got the goal at the end of the day, 3 points, so you don't think you can complain.
And with the
Maybe won the
play,
game, but not the
you
did.
would bet he was going to do it, wouldn't you?
Oh, aye.
You'd seen the
He had
guy.
2 shots before that, and they were both
Aye.
close.
If there's anybody got to make the breakthrough, I'd say it was got to be Commons. 'Cause I
Aye,
don't think any
definitely.
rest of them looked interested, to be honest.
I
Aye.
had a couple of fizzers in there. that
Aye.
Saved the Langfield before he scored, so I was looking for that.
Now you mentioned Deedco, so that's another question I have to ask you. What's the young team's name for Deedco?
Zombies.
Zombies?
Oh, band breed.
John?
Zombies.
Is that how you call them, right?
Oh, I was Zombie FC, but Andy's went with Stover.
Zombie FC. Daniel?
Anything.
Gone.
Just going.
See you later.
Class. Right, and I'll wind up the Aberdeen chat with on the atmosphere we spoke about a wee bit, the Green Brigade. Happy to have those guys back.
Oh,
Aye.
never
All
seen
fans of the Green Brigade and the kind
Aye.
of young
Definitely.
team. Aye.
Yep.
Guys you like.
Oh, aye.
I'll be right
Right.
there.
Where are you kind of seated yourselves? Are you close
Me
to
and him
them?
are right there.
We're
Are
there.
you?
Aye.
Ah, nice one.
Aye, we're there.
Brilliant.
No, it's
You weren't
nice.
holding up tombstones or anything, were you?
No,
Last-
no this time. No this time.
No, that close.
No this time.
No, we're right up there. We're just the section just to the left. No, if you're over the other side of the stadium, it would be just to the right.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. And in the lower tier and the upper tier?
Yeah. Lower tier.
In the lower tier, right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And can you hear things above those drums?
Aye.
Can you hear like the ref's whistle?
You can hear. It's not bad. It's
It's
a good
not bad,
atmosphere. It's better than having the quietness than the.
Exactly.
Yeah. It brings a bit of atmosphere to the home ground, do you know what I mean? And I think it gets the whole stadium bouncing
And the
sometimes.
singing back and forth
Aye.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Ah, class. Daniel, whereabouts are you in the
I'm
stadium?
right, well, just before the halfway line.
Right.
So,
North
you still good
stand,
them,
main
but
stand?
North stand.
North stand, right.
Yeah, top section, second tier.
Second tier.
Right.
Johnny boy, where are you?
me and my dad are seated at the southwest corner, but I've seen us at half time going round to the Green Brigade. Walked round to get a bit of banter.
You're going to tell me your dad makes that long walk? I can't believe that. Is he fit enough for that?
He leaves 10 minutes before half time.
Fair enough. Right, lads, magic. So let's look forward to the Helsinki game then. Predictions. Scott, how's this going to go? And are you nervous?
Nervous, excited again. 1-0, I'd say.
Oh my God. Are they going to score first? Is it going to be a tense, nervous headache? Right
I'm
to
not
the
sure.
end?
I've not thought about it in depth, but I think that's what I'm going for. 1-0
I think we're going
because
to tie.
I think we've got to get a goal out there.
Aye.
And we've got to go for it.
And I think we might not be strong enough to. We might concede a goal after we scored, but we might not. Hopefully, we'll get 2. That's what I mean.
Aye.
We might
Let's
get one
not do
past
that.
us, but no 2.
John, score prediction.
2-1 to us.
Brilliant. Scorers.
Don't know, it just depends really.
Yeah.
Who's
Just
got
put it on. You'll
This is his fight back.
Because any sense you'll not be on the point. When is any sense? He's not gone.
You're just not behind this guy at all, you know.
Of what I've seen, I can remember in his first interview when he first came to the club, he said, "This is just my stepping stone to go to the big time."
Oh,
That's
see,
never a good
so
one,
you've
that.
remembered that.
And well, it's not turned out too great.
No.
You maybe got to get me Hamilton Ackies if he's lucky the way he's gone.
Area United.
Andy, Helsinki, how do you see it? And what's your nerves out of 10?
Oh, definitely a good 8. A good 8.
A healthy 8.
Oh, aye.
I like
Aye,
it.
solid one. But, I don't know, definitely I still think we need to go out there and go for it. I do.
Right,
I
so
think-
there's no sitting back.
no sitting back. If we get a goal maybe, then you can try to hold on to what we've got, but I don't think we can go straight out there for the first whistle and then try and hold on to what we've got because
No chance.
no way.
Okay,
No,
okay.
We'll no do it.
No,
It's just no other game at all.
I think I'd like to see us go 4-5-1, but with Hooper up top. But you need to have, if you're playing 5 in the midfield, you need to have a couple of
aye, kind of more
creative
attacking.
players.
Yeah.
So I'd have Commons, Samaras, maybe Forrest.
Aye, we spoke about this in the bus.
Right,
as
Forrest
well.
on the
We've
side.
we've
Aye,
got
we've
a team
discussed
set
this.
out.
You're
got it.
prepared for us. Did you phone Lenny? Right, okay. Oh, it's on the ringing bell. Daniel, yourself, how do you see it going? What's your score prediction?
I think looking at the away record in the past, I think I'd settle for a draw right now. Commons to score.
Right,
I think
right.
that's what's happening now.
Are you
Hopefully.
nervous or are you expectant?
Always been nervous away.
You're just always, aye,
always.
just because of
Just
your
looking at
records.
the record, aye.
I'm
Always.
nervous
been-
thinking about it.
Oh, aye.
Ah,
Gently.
Ah, but that's good, isn't it? I mean, that's what you want.
Oh, I can't wait.
Build up.
I don't know what's more nervous, the exam results tomorrow or this game.
Oh, and the exam results are in.
Aye.
Oh, dearie me, on the same week. That in a European match. Oh, I don't
Should have
fancy
thought about
that.
this, the education board. No click on yet, have they?
Looked at the schedules, just have lined
No
it
click
up.
on.
So what we need is UEFA and the exam board to
That's
talk to
right.
each other.
Aye.
When we-
Michelle Platini and whoever it is there, couldn't tell you. Maybe speak to Alex Salmon.
Oh no, don't talk to him. But you've just lost another point. Brilliant. Right, we'll take a wee break there before we goes into the listeners' questions.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, 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 tock.
Right, so okay, we're back to listeners' questions, right? So we put it out that we're going to have this special edition podcast and we get the guys emailing in and tweeting in. So thanks to everybody who done that. I should have said at the start actually, you can obviously get in touch with us at carlukeshamrock.com and you can hear this podcast and all the other guys in the Celtic family at hailhailmedia.com. So, right boys, here we go. First up, this is a guy who has been in touch with us quite a few times actually, a new friend from Bosnia, Dubravko from Livno in Bosnia. Thanks a million for emailing back in. And Dubravko's question was, did each of the young guys immediately start supporting Celtic or did they have an English team first when they were really young because of the television coverage? Daniel.
No, I've always been Celtic. It's passed through the family.
Aye.
I'd still watch English football and like it, but I never really supported an English team, but it's always
Right.
been Celtic for me.
Never that. Any of the guys at all?
No.
Kind of thinking
No.
back?
Just
No.
once you were into football, once you're into Celtic, that's when
That's
you
it,
start
aye.
to
It's the first thing.
you pick an off team to follow or something. But
Mom taught me ABC, Dad taught me CFC.
I like that, we're using that. Magic, fair enough. Right, next, who's up? Charlie Rogers from Southampton. Welcome back, Tic Talk. Had a great laugh listening to your season opener show. My question, will any of the young team admit to taking a peek at Sevco's first game against Brecon just to have a laugh or just to make sure that it was all real? Scott, did you or didn't
I
you?
watched it, but I turned it off after about 10 minutes.
Aye.
And I was on Twitter and heard that they were that Brecon equalised, so I stuck it back on again. Give me a wee laugh. On a Sunday afternoon, there
What
was
channel are you on again?
Alba.
Alba, BBC Alba.
Aye.
What the big games are on there?
had to put it on mute, but
I know.
didn't listen to that.
Oh, that garlic.
Andy, yourself, did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch
No.
it. I couldn't.
Steered clear.
The best
Can't
thing
bother.
was when they scored after 3 minutes. One of the pundits says that it'd been coming. The goal had been coming.
all
Just
3
kicked
minutes.
off,
Brilliant. Daniel, did you take a peek?
Aye, watching it. Hands
Fair
up,
enough.
watching
Fair.
it.
Was it just a laugh?
Just for a laugh, aye.
Just a laugh. John?
Well, I seen it on Facebook about a clown being up a lamp, so I put it on to see how far.
Just to see the daft climbing up the big
Aye.
lamppost.
that ball getting stuck in my head was something else.
Brilliant.
That's my memory for the game, that's it.
Right, next one. Who have we got? John T. Hamilton from New Jersey, as they say. Great to have TikTok back on, lads. I've been missing the crack with the funny panels. Now, I've been in America for 19 years, but I can still vividly remember my very first game. Can the young lads remember the first Celtic game and anything that stuck out about it? So we're on the table here. Daniel.
First game was about 5, Villarreal, 1 each at Parkhead in the Champions League, but I can't remember who scored the fact. Maybe Larson, that's probably what you put your money on. But,
That's a no bad game to start with.
Villarreal, Champions League.
Villarreal,
First game.
the big games, eh? Superb. Nice one. Yourself, Scott?
The Champions League qualifier.
Oh, you're a bunch of snobs here. This is your first game.
2008 1 win against Suduva. Even David Fernandez got a couple. Knew it was a good night. Even.
8-1 or something.
Aye, 8-1.
8-1. 2-0 all there, I think.
Well, that must have been a sickener. What a crap game to start with.
Larson hat-trick, Fernandez got 2. That was magic. Maybe that's how I wanted to come back in the next couple of games.
God, I can imagine. David Fernandez, is that a name? John, what was yourself?
Can't really remember me.
What are you, like 44 or something?
Is that because he memory loss, or is that because...
Drink really.
Beverages.
Surely no. Don't admit to that live on here.
You know your dad's listening.
Your full family's going to be checking this for sweary words and alcohol mentions. Can you remember what it was? Or any of the one of the earliest ones?
No, not really.
Oh my God. You're working your memory.
I can just remember sitting in the seat and seeing the floodlights on. It's really about it. I couldn't tell you what team it was about.
Were you too high up?
Aye.
Was it Celtic to start?
Aye, were you at the right ground?
I'm sure it was Celtic.
Oh God. Andy, what about yourself?
I couldn't tell you. I can't even remember.
No?
No, cannot remember.
Can you remember any one of the earliest ones that sticks out for you?
Must be a European night.
Oh, it sticks out for me.
Martin Neos on the Martin Neos.
Oh, it sticks out for me. I don't know. I must have been about 9 or something.
Andy can't remember the Aberdeen game.
Brilliant.
I must have been about 9 or something.
9-year-old.
And, I can't remember anything before that. And I think it was, what was it? Livingston and Boxing Day. It was freezing cold. Oh, it was balky.
See, that's where like it. See that, boys? None of this Champions League 8-1.
You need to take it
That
up
should
with-
be a proper start.
Take it up with my
Like,
dad.
Freezing cold
Over on a hat.
Livingston game. Over on a hat. Brilliant. Right, we got some questions through Twitter. Big Steph, 1981, he wrote in, or tweeted in I should say, with the Rangers no more, or what is it you call them? Zombie?
Zombie
FC.
Aye, I'll change that then. With Zombie FC no more, who do you see as being our big games this season? Daniel?
Well, I know whether we'll finish third last season, but I've got a sneaky suspicion Dundee United fancy being contention. Well,
Right.
of course it's not in contention, but the closest there anyway. Second
Right.
place.
Now, there's a thing, let me keep you on our big games, right? Don't answer the question about second or third place, because that's coming up next. But our big tough ones, the ones you're facing, oh God, here we go, I hope we do this. Who's going to be the big ones for you? Is it the Hearts? Is it Dundee United? Is it Motherwell? Who are we going to kind of struggle against the most? Celtic, 1-on-1?
Well, after seeing Motherwell play Ross County, seeing the highlights of that, then it's watching Dundee United. I know it's only early days, but I'd say Dundee United for what I've seen so far.
Right, okay. Yourself, Scott?
I'm looking forward to November. That's the biggest month. We've got Tannadice, Dundee away, and we've got Aberdeen away and Hearts away.
Oh, what? Oh, we go on holiday in November.
And a couple of home games between them, a couple of Diddy teams. So
Was that midweek, no?
I'm not sure. There's,
That's some
think
lineup.
one of the
I'm looking forward to that.
That's
Aye.
tough.
Hearts away is my favourite. I'm looking forward to.
Aye,
I'd say.
can't
A
wait.
bit of belter, right? So Hearts 1-on-1.
There's a bit of rivalry
going to be a
there.
big ones, aye. A big tension, right? I'll throw the other question to you two guys in. Who do you think is going to? And this, sorry, I should say, is from King Larson 84 on Twitter, and he says, who do you think will take second and third place in the league this season?
I don't know. I was thinking Hearts at the start of the season, but I don't know. I think Aberdeen could be in with a wee shout because they've signed a couple of players in that.
Right.
I think they could be in with a wee shout, but I'd stick with second place as Motherwell.
Second
Second place,
Motherwell.
third place Hearts.
Third place Hearts.
Or
right?
Dundee United. I'd agree. Dundee United.
Oh,
here.
I don't know.
Can't make up
See, that's
my
quite
mind.
good because if there's that big a mystery around it, it's going to be quite exciting.
I hope-
who's going to come and
I
chase
I hope there's a wee
I'd
bit
see
of chance.
Dundee United or Sunday going a bit of run.
Aye.
Aye.
Get
Oh, definitely.
Definitely, and giving us hard games as well, bringing the tension up. John, second and third.
Well, I think Dundee United will give us a run for more money, so
Placing them second then?
aye.
Right, okay. And who's coming in behind them?
Don't know, Hearts on Motherwell.
Hearts or Motherwell? One of those boys?
Aye.
I think Motherwell will do
Don't turn
much
up this
this.
year, man.
Nah.
Do you think so?
No,
Nah, I
I think
think
they're going to fall away. Have they done what they could do and that's it?
They've
I
lost,
think they've run out of
probably-
steam.
they've lost Steve Jennings. He's their main player.
Aye.
Aye.
And I went and seen them. I watched them against Panathinaikos.
Oh, did you?
I
Right.
went to that.
Uh-huh. How did they play?
They were actually alright. They should have took their chances, but
They had a few chances.
they did have a couple of chances, but they're not looking brilliant.
Right, okay. See how that goes. Right, back to Big Steph 1981. Throw this one to you, Daniel. come December or January time, that'll be interesting after you've just said about November actually, but come December or January time, if drawing or losing games won't affect the title race at that point, can you see people getting a bit bored and crowds starting to drop off?
Well, it depends how the results are gone. I think that's the main thing. Depends how they're playing. Up to that.
And if we're streets ahead and it's looking good, you know, we're in a tidy
I
position.
think maybe start to get out turn up.
Do you have that fear that the tendencies might drop away, or do you think we'll stick in there and support
maybe
the
a
team?
bit since they've done the lavy. You know, maybe
Doing the lavy.
that's a
Is that a
possibility.
technical term for liquidation? Brilliant. So you think there is a danger there, the crowd's being affected? Aye.
Especially the midweek games against teams
freezing.
like St Johnstone midweek and all this.
Oh, aye.
You start to go elsewhere, go to pictures or something else instead. Can you see
I'll
that?
just sit in the pub.
Is that what you do?
Me?
You
No,
want
no,
to confess to anything on the
no,
no.
no.
You done for underage drinking when he was 12.
Hopefully there's still a bit.
No, we need to edit that out.
Hopefully there's still a bit of competition going into the new year. Don't want it to be finished too early.
No, but if it does, you can see that risk as well.
Aye.
Those midweek nights, you can't be bothered.
Exactly.
Crowds are going to go down.
No me personally, but I think
No.
folk will not turn up as much.
Okay, fair enough. Andy, this one, it's an email this time. Stuart McAllister from Vancouver. While I was trying to enjoy my Martin O'Neill seasons, my dad and grandpa would always go on and on about the 60s and Jinky and the European Cup. Do the young hoops have parents and uncles that bore them rigid with stories of Celtic before their time? Keep up the great work, guys. Great to tune into you. Do you get that? You're trying to enjoy yourself. Here you are in the present day, and you just get your old man, your uncles, whoever in the family, just going on and on and on about somebody else beforehand. Do you get that?
Oh, aye.
Aye. Just boring you rigid.
Aye, well, it's only my dad and everybody from my dad's side of the family, all of them are Celtic, so all you ever hear is stories here and there about, oh, he was a great player. And,
You don't know what you're seeing. This isn't a
I know,
Celtic
exactly.
team.
Aye, comparing nowadays players to players in the past and all that.
That kind of thing.
Oh, aye.
I've heard all this is the worst Celtic team that's ever been and all that.
Aye, that'll be right.
Paul Telf.
A few years ago.
Paul Taylor. Oh, it's all coming out.
That's a bomb scare.
So that's still going on then. That's all their communities
I think
just...
it's more of me telling my family about I'm telling them about these days, what they're missing.
Right.
That they'll be about. I'm bored out to death about the
These are the
nowadays.
good times.
Aye.
Aye, good man. You keep that up. I like that. There you go, Stuart. That's your question answered. Right, next, I'll throw this one to you, John. Claire Scott from Uddingston, but closer to home this time. Who's your favourite player in this team just now, and who has been your favourite player in any Celtic team?
My favourite players are now McCourt,
Righty-ho, fair enough.
Paddy Boy.
Favourite that you've had of all time? Is it King of Kings? Is it somebody else? Is it one
Larson.
of the cult heroes? Is it Larson himself? Nice and easy. Okay.
Nice, easy answer,
Scott,
Larson.
jump to you. Favourite just now, favourite all time?
McCourt and Ledley the now.
Right.
Mulgrew just behind that. But
Can wait a minute, you're not only three.
McCourt's the fan favourite, but Ledley, I like him because he's on the park more than McCourt, so
Right.
I love Joe Ledley. But
Favourite overall?
it's a bit easy to go for Larson.
Sure.
I'm trying to think. It's a tough one. I always liked. I think Sean Maloney was always a bit of a favourite.
Oh, right, a wee Sean, aye, okay.
Somebody like that. No,
Fair
one of the
dues.
easy options.
Aye, nice one. Go yourself, Daniel.
The new I'd go for either Mulgrew or Commons, and then the old time could have been Moravcik or Larson. What did they do?
Oh, Lubo. Oh, nice one. Aye, great bit of skill. What about yourself, Andy?
Definitely Mulgrew.
It's
Aye.
Mulgrew just now.
Aye.
Okay,
Oh, aye,
doke.
the prodigal son. Aye. Definitely Mulgrew, man. But I'd have to go for Artur Boric. Oh, he was he was one of my favourites.
Go bam.
The holy goal. You
honestly.
changing, Daniel?
The holy
You changing?
goalie.
No, you sticking with Lubo?
Nah, I'll go for Boys actually.
Ah, you've twisted him.
Oh,
You've twisted
And
him.
then I'll change to Nakamura.
Oh, aye.
Oh,
See, this is what happens. Listen, somebody mentions a
He
name.
scored a good free kick every 3 months or so. That was him.
A good free kick, come on.
Alright, great free kicks, alright.
As soon as you
Phenomenal.
bring up the Strachan here, that's when it all comes
Oh,
out.
aye.
I like it. Well done. Right, next, Stephen Clark from Aberdeen. I am 15 and had a great trip heading down on the bus for the opening game. What has been the best trips that the Carluke young team have had so far in their careers? Andy boy.
Kelly away, best day of my life.
Kelly away.
Oh, I see the pie, just
let
topped
me
it up.
guess which one that would have been. Was it when we tidied everything up and won the league?
Oh, aye, definitely.
Aye, classic time.
Kelly away.
What now? Would you remember the trip that you can legally and officially say on air that isn't going to get anybody in the shambolic bus into trouble? Steady.
The bus was weighed down a bit.
Weighed in a bit
By
Ginger balls.
ginger balls, right?
a juice.
Okay, you remember that? And you had a pit stop as well.
Oh, aye.
Photographs, the big flag out. Nice
Aye.
times.
It's a cracking photo.
Oh, aye.
It's a belter actually on the Facebook page and stuff. What about yourself, Daniel?
No, I just take it every game's the same going on the bus. It's always good banter on it, but
Good
can't
banter.
remember any specific one that
Aye.
I've enjoyed any more than the other.
Aye.
Any other ones.
Scott, any personal ground you like going to away from Parky?
I enjoyed Tannadice.
Aye.
I know we get beat. We were there twice last season. We get beat one of the times, but the 4-0 was it 4-0 4-1?
Oh, right.
That was quite good, but I'd still have to go with Kevin away maybe.
Aye.
Yeah, Andy. And probably the best home game. See the Charlie Mulgrew scored to win 2-1 against Aberdeen at home last year, and we were so many points behind
Oh,
in
right.
the league.
Climb back, right.
That was the one.
Uh-huh.
That was one of my favourite games. That.
Good trip. Enjoyed getting home after that one.
Nice
one. John, any trips that stick out for you?
Aye.
Don't tell me you can't remember. That's been your response all night. I can't remember any.
It was a midweek game and we were playing the Zombies,
The zombies.
and just the atmosphere going to the game. They were in here that night.
Oh, right.
Oh, aye, it was what that was.
That was before the game.
1-0.
Aye,
Everybody
before
came
the-
in to the chapel hall and then
Christmas
Aye.
game.
Aye.
1-0.
Did we sing song in that?
Joe Ellis scored the leader, wasn't it?
28.
28,
Aye.
I think. Joe Ellis.
Aye,
Aye,
the
we sing
level
song there on the way back, and
Fantastic. It's a good buzz with the
Aye.
guys getting together. Nice one. There
we
you
start
go.
the sing song back on the bus going to the game spot.
Oh, aye.
That's John too.
Aye, dipped a bit. We're just getting started. There's only been the 3 games so far yet, so that's it.
You get time to build it.
Aye.
Time to build it. You'll get them going. So you're like the bus screen brigade. Is that how it works? I like
Could say that.
Right, and our last question in, this is actually for one of your good friends at Hill Hill Media, Harper1888, a good friend of ours. I've slightly changed your question, Harper, just to take the mick at you. Harper, age 12, from Drogheda in Ireland, and his question is, seeing as the young team will have seen BJ Mac 67 up close in real life, and that's Brian, the front of the bus, right, you know what I'm talking about? He's our kind of intrepid reporter on the bus. He's asking, what age would they think he is? So Brian at the front of the bus, he was wearing I don't want to say his second name because we try and protect him. He was wearing the hoops. What age would you guess BJ Mac is at? Harper wants to know because they've got a bit of banter online.
I don't think he's that old.
You don't think he's that old? You're going to be nice and careful for him.
I'd say about. I'll go for between 32 and 35. That's.
Oh, nice one, right, Daniel.
I'm going for mid-30s and say Brian mid-30s.
Mid-30s, like it.
Looking quite young.
I'd say, about 36, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, BJ Mac. Oh, they're getting stuck into you. John, put the nail in the coffin.
Bearing in mind they will be listening.
He will be listening. But again, so will Harper, so you're making him laugh. Go on, pick a number.
Between maybe 34 and 36.
34 and 36. There you go, Harper. Right, well done, lads. Okay. That was that. I see you rattled through them. Well done. Nice one.
Tick tock, 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 tock.
Right, information time, just to wrap us up. We'll see if you know any of this stuff as well, but this is for the listeners out there. First up is Celtic Graves. Heard of these guys? Celtic Grave Society?
Aye, I've seen a retweet on Twitter
Yes.
about that.
Aye,
No,
do
I've not heard
fantastic
No,
stuff.
I've not heard them.
Did you say?
I've read a bit in the Celtic View about them.
Aye,
Stuff like that.
do
I need to
brilliant
go on
stuff.
and have a wee read.
What is it?
Good man. So CelticGraves.com, right? That's where you'll find out information. And what they do is these are guys who have got together and they spend loads of time researching where guys from the past have been, buried, and they chase and find out their exact location, and they bring up. They do sponsorships and bring in money together, and they put a proper, headstone on them. And they have a ceremony, and they have guys from Celtic come and talk about them and stuff. They do amazing work. And actually, last season, what they achieved was they found and commemorated and celebrated the site for every single player from the first ever Celtic team.
All right.
And they managed to tick that off. So what they've got is they've got another cracking calendar. Obviously this is 125 years we're celebrating. So if you go into celticgraves.com, you can see that calendar, and you can also get an annual membership for only £10. There you go, support the boys, some good work. Next one up, Chris Kujawa, another one of our good pals, and what he did actually, he does a lot of podcast work. He goes around these Celtic Graves events and records them for obviously Celtic fans around the world that can't be there. So he does some superb work, but Chris is also an author, and he's got a book out now called From Seville to Sevilla. Don't know if any of you guys have seen that on Twitter at all. So
I've heard about it.
Aye, so you can get him through Chris, that's KRYS 1888, cracking book to look out for. And on the books, Paul Larkin, you've probably heard of him obviously with the retweets. He's Celtic's green and white writer, loads and loads of books. And he's holding an internet Bampot party on the 1st of September, and that's to celebrate the launch of his new book, Albert, Dougie and Wim. Now, that's on the 1st of September, as I said. Blackfriars in Glasgow, limited space, and the Carluke Shamrock are gone. There's a wee crew already on the list. We'll be heading through to celebrate with them and interview them as well. And if anybody else is looking to go on the list, they need to get in touch with Paul Larkin74 on Twitter and get your name in, because the books are limited editions, only 100 of them, and they're going to sell out fast. I think they're going to, I've scribbled it down here, they're going to finish on the 3rd of September, but they'll probably run out before then, to be honest, so get cracking there. Hail Media, as well as ourselves, obviously the boys have been on tonight on Tic Talk, but you can tune in to Beyond the Waves, the Homeboys, the Lost Boys, Mets Boys, Paradise Preview, Paradise Report, the Rebel Podcast, and the Temporary Stand. You boys up to speed with these guys?
No,
Listen
I've
to some
heard
of
of
them.
it.
Right.
I've not heard it. I've not listened to them
some
yet.
class stuff, so you'll need to listen to them. And you can get the information at hailhailmedia.com. So that's the kind of Celtic family that we're in now.
Right.
See? So the Carluke boys are on the map. We're in the name. Now, one of them I mentioned, Beyond the Waves, that's the American one. Right? That's our American guy, Graham Wilson, good friend of ours. Him, the Rev and the coach do that show, and because obviously Celtics, you know how we're doing the Real Madrid game?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
They're going to be there, they're going to try and do a webcast, they're going to record, you obviously know Phil McGillivan, the guy that broke loads of stuff about Rangers and kind of killed them off really, single-handedly almost at times. He's going to be there in America for a Q&A session, so we're going to be recording him, so you can listen out for that. And last up, Sellout Saturday is this Saturday, and the Shamrock, we promised if the Naughty Newco thing would work out, and if the SFL voted against them, that we were going to go through and support one of their games, so we're doing that on Saturday. We're heading through to the Wraith Rovers Hamilton game. Big Turnbull Hutton, of course, was one of the vocal guys that we had talking against them. So we're going through to support them and have a bit of laugh there.
And through to support Wraith.
Aye, just to be there and kind of put the money into the kind of coffers. Going to go through there to the game, show our support there to Turnbull and Wraith and stuff, and then we're going to come back and watch the Celtic game at night, because ITV4, don't know if you know that, aye, Real Madrid. So we can watch that.
6:55 kick-off.
There you go.
It's a dubious one. That.
That's going to add more nerves for you, isn't it? It's a bad
I
omen.
couldn't really care less about that.
No, just
Just a
switch
glamour
off
friendly,
the
isn't it?
friendlies.
Aye.
That's all it is, isn't it? But then get them back.
Still affecting it. Oh, we've already played Helsinki with them, I'm thinking.
Aye, no, exactly.
I've won them wins, innit?
But you want them back for the league switched on. And then, of course, Sunday, we've christened that Cancellation Sunday. That's when, you know Kev on the bus, he kind of launched this campaign because he's Sky, they're not putting enough money into Scottish football, and they're hiking their prices up. So he'd a throwaway line, that was going to be Cancellation Sunday, and it's went a bit bananas on the Twitter world, and there's loads of guys getting in touch with it. The Liverpool boys, Scouse Tims, they're going to be sponsoring Kev, I think, and paying him money for all the Sky stuff he's missing. So good on them. So that's this Sunday. And that's us. There you go. Tons and tons of stuff happening. But I want to thank these boys, the young team. He's done superb, guys. You're going to be back in the show?
Definitely.
Aye, up for being on the panel as well. You can
Aye.
kind of mix and come in and out. It doesn't have to be used, the same all the time. Up for that? Brilliant, superb. I think the listeners will be up for that. So until the next time, get ready for your big hail shout on Tic Talk. Thanks a million for tuning in. You can get us at carlukeshamrock.com or hailhailmedia.com. Till the next time, hail hail.
Hail, hail!
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tock, tock.
A real Celtic talk show by real Celtic fans from the Carluke Shamrock Supporters Club on Hail Hail Media.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tock.